Fenway Sports Group have now been at Liverpool for more than 10 years, but they're not finished at Anfield yet. For the Premier League champions, the focus remains firmly on the future, but whether FSG will be around for another decade is debatable. By then, John W. Henry will be 81 and Chairman Tom Werner 80. Nothing lasts forever, but there remain some key tasks for FSG's current management to oversee before the conclusion of their tenure. Keep expanding Anfield. If it wasn't for coronavirus, Liverpool would be beginning construction on the planned Anfield Road redevelopment, but instead that has been pushed back by 12 months. A new £60 million stand will be built with a view to completion in the summer of 2023, taking Anfield's capacity to above 61,000. The new AXA training centre is now complete, but the iconic stadium must be next. Secondly, rebuild the squad. It's one thing to spend money to build a squad that can conquer Europe, the world, and then most notably the Premier League. But to do it again takes both time, money, and yet more perfect recruitment. Diogo Jota is a start, but who comes in to replace the likes of Mohamed Salah, Roberto Firmino, Jordan Henderson, and Gini Wijnaldum, as well as plenty of others over the next few seasons? No doubt Sporting Director Michael Edwards will have a plan. Thirdly, and perhaps the biggest challenge of all, replace Jurgen Klopp. Persuading Klopp to prematurely end his sabbatical and come back to management was arguably FSG's best ever decision, but few expect Klopp to extend his stay beyond the end of his current deal, which expires in 2024. That will take him to almost 9 years in charge. The last Liverpool manager to stay in the position for such a length of time was Bob Paisley, and he retired in 1983. 3.5 seasons to make that choice then, with Pep Lijnders, Steven Gerrard and Julian Nagelsmann likely to be on the shortlist, though where each of them will be by 2024 remains to be seen. And finally, expand, sell, or both. FSG came to win, but they also know a good business opportunity when they see one, and their long-term plan for Liverpool, both on and off the field, has long come to fruition. They're already open to investment, potentially creating funds for either squad strengthening or more infrastructure. Expansion plans have also been mooted. The Red Ball Acquisitions Group that Billy Beane is involved with are working on a deal with Liverpool, according to various reports. But the big question is how long FSG see themselves being at the club. Should Beane become involved, they would likely want to work alongside him for a few years. Beane's also involved with Dutch side AZ Alkmaar. Could an acquisition of them add to FSG's empire in the same way that the Red Bull Group have operated over the last decade or so? Perhaps a combination then of the expand and sell options is most likely, with FSG working perhaps with Beane in the not too distant future, and then moving on from Anfield with a large profit in the medium term. Liverpool by then though will look considerably different to how they do now, probably with a fair few more trophies in the cabinet too.